All right, hopefully you can see me. What's up? Been a minute. This video is going to be titled Where I've Been, because a lot has changed since my last video. And I wasn't able to follow through with my initial commitment and intention, which was a video every single day for the remainder of the year. It just became like way too much. And I've had a tendency of putting too much on my plate. But let me back up before I self-flagellate myself. I got a new job, so no longer working at Amazon. When I came back to LA and made the tough decision to stay here, I applied to like 105 jobs in 3 weeks. I mean, I was getting up every day at 5, spending an hour and a half applying to jobs, regardless of whether or not I was tired. I was committed to that mission, and all the jobs I heard back from were personal trainer jobs. So lo and behold, about 5 interviews later, I'm now a trainer at a luxury gym. So that was one thing that happened to me. Around the same time, I started making AI films, or rather rediscovering that some of my, or really discovering for the first time, some of my videos on my film page, PT5 Films, had blown up. And all of a sudden I had like 1,000 subscribers from these AI motivational videos I had made. And so I really spent more energy in that direction and started making more videos. And I had a meteoric rise making these 1950s style AI trailers, and got to, I mean, currently I'm at 11.6 thousand subscribers on that channel, which was pretty mind-blowing. Those are the two real big things. And so it's been like a complete 180 in every regard. New job, new channel that I was making a lot of videos on, and new environment, and having to learn how to really be a good trainer. Where I'm training at is very high, it's a very high standard of training, and so coming in, I knew pretty much nothing. And through whether it's hubris, ignorance, naivete, a little bit of all three, I didn't know what I was doing. And so it's been a crash course in training and building my business within that gym as a trainer. At the same time, trying to manage creating content. And I was putting out videos every day, brought it down to 3 videos a week, and now I'm even bringing it down to 1 video a week on that channel. And so all this being said, there's been like a lot of change, and I'm kind of thinking about this now as I make this video, how much my reality has shifted through that change. And you know, I was pulling tarot cards last night, like, where should I invest my energy right now? And one of the cards said, the answers you're looking for are staring you right in the face. And that kind of corresponded and coincided with this app I have, this astrology app that said the same thing. You know, what you're looking for is staring right at you. And so, tap into my spiritual side, very much aligned. I mean, right now, my main focuses are personal training, AI filmmaking, and really the third thing is creating a lifestyle, right? Like, I've had a tendency of going really hard at things and being tunnel vision like. And because I'm so focused on what's in front of me, I often miss all the things in my peripheral. And so now it's a matter of really blending them to create a cohesive lifestyle design, whatever you want to call it. A life where I feel like I'm enjoying what I'm doing, where I'm pursuing what I'm doing. And most recently, I really kind of went through this bout the last few days of burnout. And one thing my boss told me was like, you hustle more than anybody here. I mean, I'm going above what they're looking for. He's like, but your goals are unrealistic. And through that, you become your own worst enemy. And so it's good to have lofty goals, pinning them on a realistic timeline. To say that I'm going to be the best trainer in that gym in a month is just not going to happen. There's people with 7+ years experience, and experience is what really makes the trainer or the person or what have you in any domain. What I will say though is being in this environment, being in a target rich environment for whatever you're doing is so key. I'll tell you this, when I got into this environment, which is it's the gym I work at, it's very expensive to go there, and the clientele therefore, by consequence, have money, and so they're able to spend more money, and so I'm surrounded by all this abundance. There's also a lot of attractive women there, and so I'm in a target rich environment for connections as well as confidence and experience. And so that amalgamy of factors is forging me into a very confident person. And a lot of it, because training deals so much with sales, I've had to make cold calls. I've had to get rejected. I've been rejected so many freaking times pitching my training services. Training, I've been fucking up training and having to learn. And what's really cool is that a friend of mine who I used to work with at my last gym a few years ago, he came and visited us last weekend, and we were training together, and I was just kind of throwing out all the stuff, which to me still feels like I am such a basic level, but to him was like, whoa. And so expertise is relative, but being in a target rich environment has completely shifted my reality, where now I'm talking to the most attractive of attractive women. I am rubbing elbows with very successful CEOs and entrepreneurs, and surrounded by wealth and abundance. And this has really shifted my whole worldview, quite honestly, and has made me pause and think wow, where can I improve? Where can I shift my energy, my focus to have a more enjoyable experience? And what's so interesting too is that people I've talked to have said oh, you can make a lot of money doing this, and this based on all the things you're doing, with all the things that I'm currently doing. It's just talking to the people who can see that puzzle. Money is a game. Dating is a game. All these things are different games, and until you really start playing them and talking to the players and getting experience from them, until then you won't be able to optimize it for what it is. And I have a long way to go, but from where I was, the last video I made, I don't even remember what that was. It's become night and day. And for me, I realized I was sitting on my couch the last few days just chilling, which was literally my homework. It was just a chill. Go do XYZ at work and then go home and relax. And relaxing has been tough for me. Maybe it's my type A personality, I don't know. But I thought about, I've been watching some Kurt Kaz videos and some Zalman NYC videos, and I think it's so freaking cool. And so I was like, well, I'd love to make vlogs and my rant style videos, but what about 0.5? And what about training and building that? And I really had to sit down and think about what do I actually want to do? What do I enjoy doing? Doesn't mean I have to have a newsletter. Doesn't mean I have to make tutorial videos on my 0.5 channel. And this is where the real masculine thing comes in, right? Is being true to your word. I've talked a lot. On these videos, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk, but talk in the sense of said, I'm going to do XYZ. I'm going to do XYZ, and then I keep adding this list. And because the list is so full of shit, I don't end up following through. The commitment with making a video every day, that sounded really good at the time. Right? And things do change, but I'm really understanding the value of being a man of your word, and it does literally keep me up at night. Wow, I made a commitment to do this, and this, and I haven't done it. And so now I'm really rethinking what do I want to do? Not making commitments for the sake of other people approving of that. What do I want to do? And figure out that. And be willing to fuck up, to really be okay with the fact that I'm not going to get it. Right. The first time around. And it's really interesting. I can compare this to, like the sales process and the dating process is so interesting. And being like, oh, okay, like, how was I able to close that person but not this person? Where are my sticking points where I consistently get stuck? And so the more you do it, the more the holes in your game become apparent and become more visible. So it's been pretty wild for me to really learn that. And so the way I'm thinking about it right now, and this is a work in progress, is using this channel, these videos, as a way to document my life so that I could look back if I do, or I don't know. I think it'd be cool to kind of have this little time capsule. And whether it's making these rant videos, travel style vlogs, I think it'd be cool to do some like game videos where I go out and talk to girls, because I've been doing a lot more of that lately. And that's been fun. That's something I enjoy doing and want to get better at. Language videos, like streaming videos, these are all things that I see as fun. Before, I was thinking so much about like purpose, money. There was like an external reason for the things I was doing. That was the why. Was not that there's anything wrong with those whys. Purpose and making money are awesome, but realizing that right now I can make money training, and then also have other avenues of passion and creativity and curiosity. And so it's really been about discerning what that looks like for me. And anyway, so that's a bit of an update. I'm going to make some more videos here soon with more specific things, but it's good to be back. And if you have any specific questions for me, drop them in the comments below, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip. Peace.